Hi guys, old retired gent here coming to you with my third video, and in this video I'm going to discuss why I have to use a sniper rifle, why I prefer to use a sniper rifle. So in these clips, starting with this one, I'm going to explain the reasons why. Now what I'm doing, I'm advancing forward and I'm scanning around before I move forward. I tend to go from tree to tree, from rock to rock, building to building as quickly as possible. But before I do, I'll use a telescope on a sniper rifle, use a scope to search the area, because on a small 6.25 inch wide by 3 inch high top to bottom iPhone screen, I can't see, not with my old eyes, my retired eyes. So I have to scan around. If I don't, I've run out into open many a times at the beginning when I started playing, and I'd just get killed. So I gotta scope the whole area before I advance from tree to tree, building to building, and rock to rock, and keep my eye on the safe zone so I don't get trapped. But here I'm raiding this box. This is what I was looking out for, because I know it's going to have an Arctic 50, which is going to help me more with the thermal imaging lens. I picked up a kinetic. There was one left in there, and I'm going to advance forward now. Check behind me before I move any further. Move up the hill a bit to the next rock, and I'm going to plate up and scan around a little bit. But yeah, my first major reason is because of my dodgy eyesight. I really need to have a scope, otherwise I can't see. Even with the holographic scope on my M13 Legendary, unless they're close quarters, I can't see distant figures moving in the distance. Alright, I've plated up and going to scan around. I can hear shots at the side of me now. So I move over the hilltop there, take one down, one's running away. Obviously bots. Bots don't run away like that. I mean, real players don't run away like that. They'd run towards the gunfire. And with a name like Cass of a Cow. But I don't know whether you noticed, as I was taking him out with that thermal imaging Arctic 50, there was another player coming down the hill towards us. I didn't see that, even with the scope. But I see it on my big computer screen while I'm doing this editing. So this is the same game. I've advanced forward. I can hear a sniper rifle in the distance to the right over there. So I'm going to check with the thermal imaging scope before I advance from behind this rock. So that's what I'm doing now. Use my ninja to get some distance, get to that rock quicker so I feel safer. I'm going up the hill now. I'm going to use that thermal imaging Arctic 50, and I can see him clearly with that. He's hiding against those rocks. I had to take him out because if I'm going to advance down this hill towards the safe zone, he would have took me out. So this is the same game. I've advanced forward and I'm looking for where the gunfire is coming from in the distance. There's 3 players left, so I know there's 2 enemies. I'm just carefully scanning. They must be on the other side of that hill.
Is almost ready.
We're down to 2 players now. So it's just me and the other guy. So I gotta advance forward. Safe zone's moving in. So I use my ninja, and then I hear him louder now coming towards me. Take him out with my M13. So that's that clip done. On this clip, I hear gunfire over the hill, so I'm going to advance towards it. Use the ninja again to get to those rocks quicker. I don't want to be out in the open. I'm going towards where the sound of fire is coming from, and we're down to the final 3 players here again. I'm looking, but I hear footsteps on the right. Take that guy out, and I want to get away from that area, so I'm backtracking to get behind these rocks, because I've just given my position where I was away. So I'm moving away from that, get a new position to be safe. I'm getting on top of this hill to have a look around, and which is dangerous because anyone with a mythical weapon that has an iron sight, they could take me out easily. They wouldn't need a telescopic sight. The accuracy and distance you can get on those mythical weapons like the AK-47 that COD Narco uses, you got no chance. Unless you're good at moving around, you're fast, you're maneuverable because you use more than 2 thumbs. It's a risk for me to do that. So I'm coming back down now behind this rock, and I'm going to look from over here. I don't need any kinetics, I've got 4 and I'm loaded up. I can't see anyone there, I can hear something, so I look with my holographic, it flickers so I know something's there. Switch to my sniper rifle and I can see him in the scope. I couldn't see him with the holographic, so I took him out. Alright, on this one, advancing, and I'm just checking the area around me first. Got to that tree. Safe zone's moving towards me. There's a guy moved in behind there. Curate Camor. I've seen him so many times when I'm playing this, so it's obviously a bot. You get to learn a lot of the bot names, and I see a lot of bots. I think because I'm a new player, I've only been playing 7 months now, 8 months. Started in November 2022, and until I get way up there with my tier points, I think I'm going to see a lot of bots. Don't get me wrong, I'd still come across real players. So I sat there scanning around after I'd killed him, because I could have attracted attention, make sure I didn't. And then I went down and looted his box. Now I've come up to this rock and I'm scanning again, and I saw something on the left, so I'm looking with a scope on the sniper rifle. I see something running up the hill. I can't see, I'm just taking a pot shot there. I couldn't see a thing. Unfortunately I got him, but again it was a bot. I've seen Dicker Cole a lot. In this clip I can hear a sniper rifle, so I've advanced towards him, and he's been camping up there for a while. I could hear him for a period of time as I was advancing forward in this game. So I thought, okay, we've got to take him out. Okay, in this clip, this is blackout. I hear footsteps behind me. I turn around, I get my scope so I can see, and take that guy out. Grass Mango, that's a bot. Again, you get used to those names. And a good clue to what's a bot is they're not carrying the weapon, they're plating up. So I'm just scanning this building, and I'm going to stay in the building because any real player would have heard those shots and they'd be advancing towards this area if they're in this area and they heard it. So I'm just going to quickly scan the rooms, and here I'm just turning the volume on my AirPods. Alright, now I'm going to go upstairs and scan from upstairs. Now I'm going to switch to my scope so I can see out the windows. Something that you'll notice when I get my sniper scope, I look at this building, nothing on the roof, and then just magically that player appears. And this is going to lead me on to a new video. I have a strong feeling, and I have since about the 3rd game I played. I thought, okay, there's people controlling some of these games. I think people are employed to make these games happen while you're playing. They'll, especially in squads, one of the squad players will be making the game happen for you, placing bots down for you to kill, and I think what was happening there is whoever's controlling the game I'm in had just placed a bot there for me to shoot because I was pointing my weapon in that area, and then magically the bot appeared. Alright, taking that guy out before I do anything. Leave this building. He was one that was attracted to the shooting. That's the end of that clip. But yeah, I strongly feel, and have done, that there are people, what I call game controllers, not the controllers you hold in your hand to manipulate yourself to play the game. I'm talking about real people within the game. Alright, in this clip I've advanced towards Black Market. I've heard a lot of shooting over there, so I'm scanning. Again, I can't see anything unless I've got my scope. See that guy running up there, take him out, one shot. And there was another guy there just to the right, and I didn't see him, even with the scope, but I can see him on the big computer screen. So again, good example of why I need to use a sniper rifle with a scope. I completely missed that other guy standing behind him on the small iPhone screen. Here I've advanced into the farm. I've heard shooting. We're down to the final 3 players. I'm looking around. I can't see anything. They're either in buildings. I thought I'd better check that tower. I couldn't see him on the phone with normal eyes.
Almost there.
And but once I looked with my telescopic sight, I saw him laying there. And then I just jump out the way now from that hill because of giving my location away. Alright, this next clip, I've advanced towards gunfire. There were 2 people fighting it out.
Almost ready.
Take one of them out.
Airdrop has been delivered.
I'm going to look over there again because there's still gunfire. See that guy? He's a moving target. And I can see on the big computer screen how simple it looks to take him out. But on my iPhone, I'm like, when something's moving, I just got no chance. Not with a standard sniper rifle. Alright, all the noise I made with my sniper rifle attracted that guy. He came up behind me, so I worked my way around the rock. And the end zone forced him to jump off the rock. And then I had the chance to kill him. In this clip, again, I've advanced. I'm in behind a rock, as I always do. I'm going to scan the area before I move anywhere. To the left of me, I see that guy jump down. He's going behind something to hide, and I thought, okay, let's draw him out with a grenade. It works. I get my sniper rifle so I can see, and luckily I take him out with one shot, and then I work my way over to his loot box. Alright, now in this clip you're going to see what is most definitely a real player. I heard the vehicle pull up on top of the hill, so I'm just checking the map, and then I hear this player coming up behind me. I shoot him. It's a bot. He's just advancing in a straight line. That's a good idea that it's a bot. And I know the guy on top of the hill in the vehicle is going to be heading towards me now because I just made all that noise shooting the bot. So I'm quickly scanning around. I hear him advancing now, so I get behind the tree, and you'll see he moves around. He's a real player. Look at my health way down there, nearly had me. So I loot him, and whoa, bingo! 2 mythical weapons, mythical locus and a mythical FFAR1 bright blade. So I'm like, whoa, dude, I'm just an old dude with dodgy eyesight, and you've got 2 mythical weapons, and I took you out with a standard M13. It's happy Christmas for me. Alright, so I loot that, and I advance on, and this is further on in the same game. You can see me with a weapon. I've got the FFAR there. I switch to the sniper rifle locus in a minute because I've heard the shooting from that building. So I've now got the locus mythical in my hand. Scanning. I can't see anything, so I'm just scanning around and around. I'm lucky that he's not seen me, but there he is. Take 2 shots. It doesn't do anything. And I'm like, okay, it's a mythical weapon. Why didn't it take him out? I hit him twice. There's action on the left of me, so I've got to keep my eye from left to right. I'm scanning again. I didn't see him there, but he's there behind the crane. I could see him on the big screen, computer screen, but I didn't see him on the small iPhone. So I'm trapped between him now, on the building, and something to the left of me. So I'm going to ignore the one in the building because this is getting louder to the left. Can't see anything. Pick my scope up. Oh, I can see that guy. Luckily I take him out with 2 shots. That was an accidental fire, that one, while I was scanning. So in this next clip, I'm playing duos. First time I've played duos, and we're getting close to the end now. I'm just scanning around. I've picked up an Arctic 50 Mythic from a drop box. I can hear something in the distance, so I'm scanning, and yeah, I finally see the enemy. Take him out. I've got someone coming up behind me now. I want to go back and check that area where I took out a player with my Arctic 50. I just want to check, see if there's anyone rescuing that player, and there is.
Enemy eliminated.
So I kill the player that was being rescued, and then I take out the guy that was
Enemy
trying to
at
rescue
range.
him. So I was at 6 kills on this duo game at that point. This is at the end of that duo game, the first one I've ever played.
Zone is collapsing.
And my team
Void Walker activated.
mates pointed out where he's observed the player, so I've gone into poltergeist mode to get close to where the player is. I'm scanning, I can't see him though. I'm suspecting he's on a roof somewhere, and there he is, he's jumped down.
He's using fast, you see.
Take him out to win the game. So that's it, guys. As you can see, my main reason for using sniper rifles are for the scopes to help me see and to progress through the game, because I can't see. People have got to be right on top of me before I can see them. Alright, hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and if you're not subscribed, please like, comment and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Bye for now. See you at the next video. Cheers.